Welcome to Tech, AI, and You.
Great to be here.
This deep dive into, well, AI and tech is brought to you in collaboration with AI and ConnectedSecure.
Hmm.
And if you want to see more from them, definitely check out ConnectedSecure over on YouTube.
It's stuff there.
So today we've got something really fascinating, I think. We're unpacking OpenAI's Codex CLI, mostly based on that demo video they put out.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to take a good look at what this Codex CLI thing actually is, what it can do, and, why developers seem pretty excited about it.
Okay.
The aim is really just to give everyone a clear picture of its capabilities and maybe where it's heading.
Right. Okay, let's dive in then. Codex CLI. So the video kicks off with Roma from OpenAI, and she calls it a lightweight coding agent. Runs right from your command line. What does that practically mean for someone like you?
Well, essentially, it means you can interact with OpenAI's, pretty powerful Codex models directly in your terminal.
No separate app needed.
Exactly. Think of it like having an AI coding buddy right there without needing a specific IDE or anything. The really powerful part, I think, is its ability to read files, edit them, run commands securely, they emphasize.
Okay, securely is good.
Yeah, and even help build out features or like entire applications just from your prompts.
Now, this is where it got really interesting for me. They brought in Fuad for the live demo, right? And the first thing they did was clone an existing open source project, open.fm. Why start there? Why not a blank slate?
That's a great question. Starting with existing code is, well, it's a really smart way to show off Codex's ability to understand real-world projects, not just toy examples.
Okay.
So Fawad just asks it, basically, explain this code base to me. And what's fascinating is that it figures out the architecture. Okay, this is a Next.js app, and it even spits out instructions on how to run it.
Wow.
Yeah, it immediately shows how you could potentially get up to speed on completely unfamiliar code much, much faster. It's not just finding keywords, it seems to grasp the structure.
And they were specific about the models it uses, too. It wasn't just one AI, was it?
No, exactly. They made a point of saying it works with various OpenAI models. The new GPT 4.1 was mentioned, but also GPT-3 and that GPT 3.5 Turbo Instruct model.
Right, the 0301 version.
Precisely. And that flexibility is important,
Yeah.
It lets you pick the right tool for the job. Maybe you need GPT 4.1's deeper reasoning for something complex. Or maybe the Instruct model is better for, well, specific instructions.
Makes sense. Then they shifted gears to something really practical, adding dark mode to that open.fm site. And this is where full auto mode popped up to deal with that. And critically, the security side of it.
Right, full auto mode. So this is where Codex doesn't just suggest edits, it actually makes them. It runs the commands needed to implement the changes.
Okay, that sounds a bit scary. Letting AI run commands.
Well, they thought of that. That's the crucial part. When it's in full auto, network access is completely disabled.
Ah, okay.
And it runs inside a sandbox environment, basically confined to the project directory you started it in.
So it can't mess with anything else on your system.
Exactly. It's designed to be safe for experimenting. That sandboxing is key. You can let it try things without worrying it'll break your whole machine.
It really seemed like Codex just took the request for dark mode and ran with it. Like, Fuad didn't have to point it to specific files or lines of code.
Yeah, that was impressive. It shows it can understand the intent behind the request, not just the literal words.
Right.
It figured out, okay, dark mode likely means changing styles, and it went and modified the necessary code, which in the demo looked like mostly Tailwind CSS configuration changes.
So you focus on the what, not the how.
Pretty much. You describe the goal, and it tries to handle the implementation details.
Okay, but honestly, the second demo, that's the one that really made me sit up. Going from just a screenshot of the Mac Photo Booth app, that filters and all, to a working web app with a camera feed, that feels like sci-fi. How did that even work?
Yeah, that was the multimodal reasoning part they talked about. It's pretty wild.
Multimodal. Meaning?
Meaning it can understand more than just text. In this case, visual information. Food literally gave it a screenshot of the photo booth filters.
Just the picture.
Just the picture. And a prompt like, re-implement this as a single-page HTML app, use the webcam API, make it landscape.
And it worked.
Apparently so. What's incredible there is the AI's ability to look at the image, understand the UI elements, the buttons, the filter previews, the video feed area, and translate that visual layout and implied functionality into actual working code.
So let me get this straight. No detailed specs, no wireframes, no code examples, just a picture and a sentence or two.
That's the core takeaway, yeah. It's a huge leap being able to generate code from non-text inputs like that.
Wow.
Think about the possibilities, right?
Right.
Quickly prototyping from a design mockup, or even just seeing an app you like and saying, build me something like this part.
Yeah, the implications are kind of staggering. They also mentioned running multiple Codex instances at once, like one explaining code while another makes changes. That sounds like a potential speed boost.
Definitely. You could have one instance analyzing a complex function while you use another to, say, refactor a different part of the code based on its explanation. It could really accelerate certain workflows.
So, okay, stepping back,
Yeah.
what does all this mean for our listeners, for developers or people learning to code?
Well, it really raises big questions about where development is headed, doesn't it? Codex CLI looks like a genuinely powerful tool, an assistant, really.
Existing, yeah.
It can help you understand code that might otherwise take days to decipher. It can speed up prototyping dramatically. It could potentially lower the barrier for people just getting started with coding, too.
And the open source aspect you mentioned.
Oh, yeah, that's huge. Making it open source means the community can dive in, see how it works, build on it, maybe integrate it into other tools. That accelerates innovation even faster.
Okay, so let's try and quickly recap then for everyone listening. We've looked at OpenAI's Codex CLI. It's a command line tool.
Right. Runs in your terminal.
It can read your code, edit it, run commands, but in a safe, sandboxed way.
Crucially, yeah. Especially in that full auto mode.
And it can even build apps, or at least get them started from prompts, and amazingly, even from visual stuff like screenshots.
Using various powerful AI models from OpenAI.
Exactly. And it uses models like GPT 4.1.
What really stands out to me is just the direction this is all going. AI understanding not just language, but visual information, too. And turning that into code, that's a fundamental shift.
It is. The reasoning capability across different kinds of input. Text, images. That's the fascinating part.
Yeah, it suggests much more intuitive ways to build software might be on the horizon.
So, maybe the question for you, the listener, to think about is this. How might tools like Codex CLI, tools that can grasp intent from language or even pictures, change your approach, whether you're developing software now or maybe thinking about learning?
Yeah, how does this change the game for you?
It's definitely something to watch.
Yeah.
Really interesting stuff. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive on tech, AI, and you.
My pleasure. We really hope this gave you some valuable insights into, well, what might be coming next.